you going, my winter sun? Won't you miss me, staying on this side of the sea? Where have you gone to, my tender moon?
Trump is an absolutely honest and naive person. Yes, he's not fit for this world, I'm telling you. Not to talk about being a president and a famous and a beloved president.
Yes. He could do so much for the country and the world if he was allowed.
Yeah, he did many things that bring peace to many nations.
Yes.
Peace and, safety. And they don't look at all that. They don't list that. They just always tell him that he's bad, he's a liar. He's not. And even tell that he committed crimes when he interfered with the election. He didn't interfere. He just asked that, could you look into it?
Yes.
Or could you find whether or not these ballots exist or they're hiding it somewhere? That's all he did ask. Cannot a president ask for that? It's a free country, man. If you doubt something, you ask, no?
Yes.
And the party can say yes or no, no?
Yes.
It's not a crime, my God. They're using all strong words against him, while using very soft and praising words or supporting words for the incumbent.
Yeah, I understand.
That's absolutely not fair. The media who did all this should be ashamed as journalists. A journalist is supposed to tell the truth and to be non-biased.
Yes, that's right.
If they want to look for lies and corruption, they should look the opposite direction.
Yes.
With all this corrupting money from different countries to the first family.
Yes.
And the president is behind it and feigning he didn't know about it. How can? Huh? And the evidence was there even.
Yes.
Evidence is as big as the sun in front of your face.
Yes.
And they do nothing. They don't even bother to report. I mean, they abuse the power of the position to do many things that are not honest.
Yes.
Are corrupted. It's not just dishonest, but it's corrupting.
Well, I still think we need to recognize what a historic crime and disgrace this is, not only in journalism, but as soon as these documents became known, the operatives in the intelligence community, the CIA, John Brennan, James Clapper, Michael Hayden, all the standard professional liars issued a letter claiming that this material was the hallmark of Russian information, disinformation actually, even though they had no basis for thinking that. And that gave the media permission to lie to the public continuously, and Silicon Valley to censor these materials. So not only did the public not become aware of them, they were lied to, not only by claiming that Russia was involved, even though there's zero evidence that they were and no one thinks that, but also by calling it disinformation. The implication was these documents were forgeries, when now we know that the criminal investigation that's been ongoing is about the very transactions that these documents covered. This is an incredible crime by the corporate media to lie to the public and bury information before an election, but also, again, domestic interference on the part of intelligence agencies in order to manipulate the outcome of our election.
The first family or even the second family before that should never even engage in such kind of businesses that were reported.
Yes.
And then even use all kinds of things to take more money in even art, selling a picture for $500,000 or more.
Oh, yes, I saw that report.
A former White House ethics chief is calling out Hunter Biden's plans to sell his paintings to anonymous buyers at prices ranging from $75,000 to $500,000. The former Obama and Trump ethics official tells Fox News this. It's a quote. The notion of a president's son capitalizing on that relationship by selling art at obviously inflated prices and keeping the public in the dark about who's funneling money to him has a shameful and grifty feel to it.
And they ignore all that and just going after the poor, honest and heartfelt president who just wants to do good for his country and the world.
So all throughout the media, this is their prevailing mindset. They know that they have an audience filled with liberals who hate Donald Trump and the Trump movement. And their only business model is to aggrandize those people. And they know that even if they lie and get caught lying, their audience and readers don't care. In fact, like them even more because they believe they're on the right side. So you have a huge numbers of journalists who believe that they have the right to lie. And even when they get caught, they don't care because they know their audience won't hold it against them.
You might not accept his way of doing, but you don't have to call him names or call him a liar when he's not. I mean, what kind of liar is so stupid that he spent so much money when he knows? Suppose the president knew that he lost, absolutely lost already.
Yes.
Why would he spend so much of his own personal money just to make sure that they do something about it? You see what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
That's what I read somewhere, okay?
Yes.
So that it can be proven that he lost and embarrass himself in front of everybody and the world like that. He lost money, he lost the election, and he wants to embarrass himself for proving that.
Yes, that's not.
This guy has a big IQ. He cannot be that stupid, huh?
No, he's not.
What for he does that? I'm telling you. Unless he's really convinced.
Yes.
And when you're convinced something is wrong, you try to make it right.
Yes.
And that is the right of any citizen, not just American citizens, not just of residents, right, to prove something. So he must have been absolutely convinced about it.
Yes. And it's such a big issue that he needs to act on it, or else it's...
Yeah. He cannot be that stupid to want to prove again that he lost.
Yes.
If he did lose, and he did really know it.
Yes.
Lying is when you know something is true, but you go against it and say the opposite to the truth.
Yes.
He's not lying. He is convinced that it was the truth, what he was trying to fight against, okay?
Yes.
It's not a crime. He's not a liar. So all these journalistic agents or organizations should be careful about the use of words, because words can kill.
Yes.
And not only kill the opposition, but maybe kill their own reputation as well.
I understand.
Because people trust their news outlets.
Yes.
Then they should be more careful in the use of words. They have to be fair, have to be honest and factual.
Yes.
Right. I don't agree with all this media who say that he's a liar. He's anything but a liar.
Yes.
He's a very good person, honest, and very, very God-fearing. He would not tell lies. He knows the commandments by heart.
Ah, yes.
He acts according to the Bible's commandments. I really recommend him to be a president. Again, again, and again.
We would all vote for him.
In my honor and at my risk.
Yes.
He spent a lot of money to prove it, unless he's stupid. He's not. He has a high IQ. Everybody knows that by now.
Yes, he has a genius level IQ,
He's
I
a
think.
genius, above genius level, or genius at least level IQ.
Yes.
And he has many good advisors around him, good supporters and assistants, so they cannot do it wrong. It's just that he was convinced. When you're convinced of something and try to prove it, it's not a crime, it's not a lie.
Yes.
So the media were wrong. They are wrong in accusing him that. Using all these big accusation words just to put him down. It's not gentlemanly.
So are these media companies also having the demons behind them, Master?
Some do. Some do. Some have a bad influence from Biden himself.
Oh.
Yeah. When a female reporter asked him, if please can I ask you something about Israel right now? When Israel was having problems with the Palestinians some months ago,
Yes.
she asked Biden if she could ask the question about Israel because it's very important right now. Of course, it was a hot topic, yeah?
Yes.
So he said no unless he ran over her.
Yes, yes, I remember.
And
that.
then all the reporters, they laughed. Imagine that.
Mr. President, can I ask you a quick question on Israel before you drive
No,
away?
you can't. Not unless you get in front of the car as I step on it. I'm only teasing.
I'm stunned. What kind of a joke was that?
I'm stunned too. I mean, obviously, if this would have been President Trump who had made the joke, there would have been outrage. But the lead up to this is really interesting because he had just had an 8-minute conversation with Rashida Tlaib where he was pressed on Israel. He gets in the truck and then he's asked by a reporter about Israel, prompting him to say he wants to run over the reporter. It's insane. But what is even more insane is what happens at the end of that clip, Maria. The press corps cackles as he drives away, as if they're sycophants in love with this president, despite his threat to run over them.
It's not funny when you want to kill somebody, even in a joke. I mean, a president should not say such things like that.
Definitely.
You know, you say what you think in your mind. Whatever you think in your mind comes out sometimes unchecked. So that means he has this kind of tendency. And still people laugh. That is because of the influence of the demons around him. He's protected by demons. And he exudes this kind of power around him so that people do his bidding. Did you see all the media go gaga over him?
Yes.
Whoever is low level, it's easier to be influenced by such demons' power. Oh, they are very powerful. Even just some leftover, but they fight. It's just like the candles before they're extinguished, they glow.
Yes.
I know all that, but it's very frustrating for me also. Very frustrating for me to know many things, but cannot say anything, cannot prove anything.
Yes.
Because people in this material world, they only believe what they see. And most of them don't see anything. Just like the Jewish author, he say, in front of the blind. He wrote that book.
Yes.
Not just blind, but deaf and dumb. Some media did that also on purpose because they support the other party. And no matter what, they do it. And I admire their loyalty. That is good also. But you cannot be loyal to the extent of killing the other innocent.
Yes.
Like in the battle, there were two sides, yeah?
Yes.
Both are having their ideals to fight.
Yes.
So that's why they have a pact to treat prisoners of war differently. Because they are fighting for their ideals.
Understand.
And that's how they make enemies with each other. But still, war is bad, of course. I told you many times.
Yes.
And now they are warring with each other in the White House and in the country that I love.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this world is topsy-turvy. What's good, people say is bad. What's bad, people say is good. Yeah. I'm very frustrated. Very, very frustrated. Every day, I do my best by meditating and praying. That's all I can do, okay?
Yes.
Mm.
You know, President Trump, he said he would like to run for the 2024 election.
Because he is also frustrated. He has to defend for his country, his people. He's honest in that. He's very eager to do it. He doesn't care about being president. He was famous and having a better life before than being a president. But he cannot just ignore the plight of the people.
Yes.
His people and the international relations as well.
Yes. He said after Afghanistan, he definitely has to run.
Yeah, because many people died there, and many Americans are still stuck there. And people, they're hunted and scared and hiding. A very difficult situation. And this is not handled very well. But the media doesn't care much about that.
Yes.
Those who support Biden don't care. They are blindsided. They just bias and, my God, and also influenced by the demon power, okay?
Yes.
Of course, I'm risking myself to say all that, but the truth has to be told. I'm a spiritual practitioner. I take the 5 precepts. Not to lie.
Yes.
And what else? Not kill, of course.
Yes.
Not harm anyone. Not just not kill, but not harm anyone by saying false things or bearing false witness. That belongs also to not lying.
Yes.
So, in front of all the visible and invisible saints and sages and God Almighty, I told you all the truth.
Yes, thank you, Master.
If not, I would go to hell. Definitely.
Understand.
Yeah, as a practitioner. As a practitioner, you know the wrong from right. And if you still do wrong, knowing that it's right, then you will go to hell for sure. More than ordinary people, you'll be punished more. Because you know the right thing and you do the wrong. You do the opposite.
Yes.
So God is my witness, no matter who says what.
Yes, Master. And if President Trump ran for 2024, is there any way to prevent the demons from committing fraud again?
Yeah, they are kind of doing some new election rules or something, and I hope it works. And the Biden administration is vehemently against it.
Yes, yes, for sure, of course.
because if they want to do fraud again or whatever, yeah, cheat again, or try or plan to cheat, then they won't have a chance with this new law,
Yes.
with new rules. But I don't know if they approved it already or not.
Yes, I am not sure.
Yeah, there are always pros and cons. So, well, good luck to President Trump.
He still has many supporters.
Yeah, we will pray quietly. Like I pray quietly for Newsom, the governor. I better do things quietly.
Yes.
Because if you do oppositely, then all the demons will come running to oppose it, to deter it, to ruin it.
Yes, I understand.
That's why many things I told you about having secrets. Later, I suffered. I suffered for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, or it changed into the opposite direction. But it's okay. We just still need to live and to tell the truth. What else do I live for? Huh?
Yes, that's all we can do.
When I see you, my only one, won't someone tell me if you ever return? I wish we could sail the same destination. I want to break this chain